Wagwan people, hope everybody doing good, hope everybody alright. So the topics them have to talk about in this video, there's an update on the missing female US student Jasmine Dean, the one who visually impaired, an update come out, and also a person of interest, and also a policeman is freed of all charges after killing a Igla in 2010. So the first thing we're going to talk about is the update on Jasmine Dean. So it says, person of interest sought in Jasmine Dean disappearance. A person of interest is being sought in connection with the disappearance of missing visually impaired University of the West Indies student Jasmine Dean. The photo was shared at a police press conference a short while ago. The police said this person can assist with their investigations. Evidence from tracking Dean's cell phone record showed movements in Bull Bay, Harborview and downtown Kingston, the police said. Dean has been missing since Thursday, February the 27th. According to the Mona police, Dean was last seen in Papine Square, Kingston 6, about 9 p.m., dressed in a white blouse and blue jeans. So yes, people, them have a person of interest, and I'm going to put up him picture up on the screen so you can see it, because right now, the father still a ball out. The man say him nah rest. The man say not even coronavirus can make him rest. Him still want search for him daughter. You understand, people? And it's just sad. So this person here, may I urge them to turn themselves into the police, you understand? And the weirdest thing about it, look how much place them say our cell phone track to. You know, Bull Bay, downtown Kingston and them thing there. So I don't know, star, the man them need to chill out and stop kidnap the woman them, because I talk it plain as it is. I that them do, you understand? But only I pray say the girl is still alive. And honestly, when time somebody missing for so long, boy, oh boy, it's hard for those feel like them still alive. But you don't know, say me not give up hoping on people. So I just come for me couldn't know, say, yo, the police them put out a person picture, you know, he's a person of interest, which whatever you can take that however no one take it, you understand? So may I urge him to turn himself in, and you don't know, as me saying picture in the video, so you can show it, share it, in case anybody see him, them can contact the police and thing, because we need some justice for Jasmine Dean, regardless, you understand, and the father need closure, because imagine your daughter missing for so long and you don't know if she's alive, or if you understand them take her life. So you need to find her body, you need to find her, you need to know what is what. So me ask the public assistance for help out, you know, share this, make sure say, you know, uno on the lookout and thing. And that's all me gonna say. Anyway, viewers and subscribers, leave in the comments and make me know when you think about this. I'm gonna move right on to the next story. Cop freed of 2010 murder of Igla. We can't win the state like this without a good lawyer, says common law spouse. And anguish, oh my God, was the utterance from the lips of passionate Rosemary Trout yesterday at the news that police constable Mark Grant was freed of the 2010 murder of her common law spouse, Devon Delisser, by 7-member jury who returned a unanimous verdict of not guilty. The trial, which had commenced on March the 11th in the Home Circuit Court, saw the prosecution leading evidence that on June the 16th, 2010, Constable Grant shot and killed Devon Delisser, a resident of Norman Road in Kingston. It was alleged that the policeman confronted Delisser and after giving instructions to put his hands in the air, turned the M16 rifle on him and shot him in the back, killing him. However, Trout said the verdict was not a surprise. I've been expecting this. I know we can't win the state like this without a good lawyer. At first, a member of parliament give we a lawyer and the lawyer did nothing. The witness them also complain about how long the case was taking. June coming makes it 10 years since the police killed the man and nothing at all. Me I tell you say the system slack. That's why I tell my youth them to stay far from trouble, and you don't have to go to trouble for trouble come at you, she said passionately. Trout said on the day Delisser was killed, he would have been in Linstead trying to make $1 to give his children lunch money to go to school. While she was in Falmouth, on his way home that night, he was shot and killed, she said. In his defense, the policeman thought his lawyer Peter Champagne QC and Pierre Rogers suggested that Delisser was shot when, after putting his hands in the air, he made a sudden movement by dropping one of his hands and reaching towards his waistband. At that moment, they said Delisser's back was turned to the policeman Delisa then spun around suddenly with what appeared then to be a gun in hand. In such circumstances, the lawyers argued the policeman fired believing honestly that Delisa had a firearm and was reaching for it to shoot him. However, after he was shot, it was discovered that the object Delisa had turned out to be a Magnum tonic wine bottle. In addressing the jury, Champagne urged them to consider that the incident happened that night and the post-mortem report showed that Delisa was shot to the side of the chest, consistent with him turning around. During the trial proceeded over by Justice Vierny Harris, a sibling of the deceased, in a statement reads into the record of the court, said Delisa Igla was a very jovial individual who was very protective of his family. At the same time, a character witness for the defense who took the stand on Monday said Grant, as an officer, was a disciplined, committed and hard-working member who could be relied on to execute tasks assigned. I know him to be one who is amicable, he has friendly relations, is mannerable, and he tends to be both on and off duty. Somewhat introverted, he told the court, asked about his personality. According to the witness, a superintendent of police, when he heard of the incident involving Grant, he was saddened but not surprised. The circumstances that caused him to be here are not unusual. We operate in a highly volatile policing environment where police engaging in deadly gun battles with criminal operatives is not unusual. The community itself is one where there has been a number of such occurrences, he said when prodded by a prosecutor to explain. Questioned further as to the guiding tenets of use of force policy of the Jamaica Constabulary and whether Grant had at the time been involved in a deadly battle, the witness said there was no battle per se. Under re-examination by Champagne about this comment, he said the fact that deadly fire is engaged or maybe engaged does not in and of itself rely on battle. Asked by Champagne as to whether the use of force policy included primitive strikes, the witness replied, to the best of my knowledge, it does. If the police officer in the execution of his duties has reason to believe that he is faced with imminent danger, that is to say his life or that of any member of his team or any citizen is at risk, he may take action to prevent any harm or injury being caused to self, team members or members of the public, and that includes lethal force, he stated. Yesterday, Trout, who is also a Igla, when told of the verdict, was surprised that the trial had been brought to a close. I have been left out in the dark. I just saw it go when you're poor. You see, when you're poor in this country here, anything is anything, but God is God. That man where the policeman killed is an innocent man. Him a 5-boy pitney and is them suffering right now. My little boy is traumatized. He is 15. He barely wants to go to school, but it's just the way life set, she told the Observer, noting that she was mother to only one of Delisa's 5 children. She said the years since the partner died have been marked by struggle as she tried to help his children. I spent 13 years with that man. I never get no compensation, no help from the state. It's just because I am a hustler in the streets and I throw my little partner informal saving arrangement. That's the way I go through. I know from day one that nothing would come out of it, she said. The other children, she said, who are no longer living with her, have not fared well either. Right now, one of Devon's son in prison after an incident with a female minor. Since their father died, all kind of things have been happening to the kids them. The children them used to live with me, but I can't bear it anymore because they are getting big. Recently, one of them turned 25, she said. Boy, people, it rough, me not tell no lie. But in this case, I don't know, I just want to ask you know, who no really think wrong, Zine? Imagine the police ask you, allegedly the police say, yo, you know, you have to put your hands up. If you are reach for something, it don't have to be a weapon. The police definitely have the right to shoot, but if them feel like them life in danger. But, you know, we don't really know if that really happen. And just like the woman say, when you go up against the state, it's a very hard thing for beat. And worse, you're poor, you can't even get a good lawyer, you understand? So, already she lose the battle there, so. But, you know, she says something which is true. God is God, and God see everything. So if that policeman really did do such a wicked crime, and the man never reached for nothing or anything like that, then, say, I'm sorry for him, that's all I can tell you. But people leave in the comments, me not even go too talk about this. When you hear the long story, I feel it fear. The kids, them, they miss them father and them start do all type of things. It's just a sad thing, and many times you hear things like this, you see when you're poor, I tell you, man, very, very difficult in Jamaica. But as I say, people, leave in the comments and let me know when you think about this. Stay safe until I drop the next video. I'm out.